Hello, Glenn. You're craving autumn? Must be a lack of soup. That might be it. Could also be my stream screen is very autumnal in its colour. I hope your day is going well. I know it's early for you, but I hope it's going well. I may or may not be working on a little something that could be a background piece for the for behind the scenes of the comic. So it's currently up on my screen, but I'll show you in a bit. Felt it before stream this morning. Ah, interesting, interesting. Pathetic. Jesus, Silent. What? How dare. That is interesting. Well, I'm always feeling kind of autumnal. I like the autumn vibe. I miss it already. It's winter here, and it's very, very cold. Not that that's a bad thing, but you know. But once September hits, I can make soups again every day. Listen to autumn playlists and play Skyrim. That actually sounds fantastic. That is a fantastic autumn activity. I am jealous. I'm spending a lot more time. Give me a season that's not summer. That's very fair. That's super fair, Silent. I could totally respect that. It must be pretty rough currently there in America with all the heat. I'm not excited for summer myself, I'll admit. I'm going to Japan to cut a little bit of summer out of my year. Just the littlest bit. But yeah, while it's winter, just sitting working on the comic. As a result, as you can see from the cover, not the cover, the title of this stream, page 8 is finished. So, we're going to be moving on to page 9. We didn't have a really hot summer yet. Oh, interesting. Well, good for you. You don't want a really hot summer. A hot summer is rough. I can't breathe when I go outside, mouse. That's awful. That sucks. That does suck. It gets to about... Sometimes it gets to about 40 degrees Celsius here in Adelaide, and that can be really rough. Sometimes you just don't go. Don't go outside. It's not worth it. Thank you for the alert, Glenn. See you when I see you next. Hope you enjoy your shower. For those of you who are here, would you like to see a little sneak preview at maybe one of the prizes that you could get from the Theories? The Theories chat. So I'm currently, because I thought it would be really cool, so I was spurred by inspiration to work on one of the prizes for the Theories kind of competition. And so basically, I'll show you. Basically, it's the How Did Armella Get Her Scars one. And I've done a version of this in the tarot card. However, this is more of an illustration. It's going to be a long, complicated one. You're mostly just making wacky theories. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. Like, I enjoy that. That's fun. Like, it's part of the Theories channel is to have fun. Those of you who are genuinely interested in making theories and things like that, then that's what these prizes are kind of there for. So this will eventually... Oh, this is the wrong thing. This will eventually become a print. With a few alterations. Goblins love arm wrestling. Yes, that may or may not be true. But that one's a hard one to kind of verify, right? That goblins love arm wrestling. But yeah, so that's what I'm currently working on. But we'll be working on the comic tonight. I will come back to it probably later so I can actually close it. Close that screen. Let me also get the warm-up page up as well while I'm here. Oh god, that scared me. I mean, easy to verify for you. I just need to ask you or wait for it to appear in the comic. I mean, yeah. For certain things, right? Certain things that I don't mind telling or talking about, I will happily talk about, but I'm also trying my best to refrain from providing spoilers as well. The only dilemma is you if you want to make it canon. Well, I kind of have made an oath that if someone presents a theory that I do really like, I am probably not going to make it canon. So my oath is that I'm not going to make stuff canon just because I like it, purely because I think that'll dilute and muddy the comic a little bit. So pretty much everything is written and planned out, with a few notable exceptions, those being like little like nitty gritty kind of details. And so that stuff is being kind of theorized and built up over time. However, I'm not really gonna. It may depend on the quality of the theory, but if it aligns quite well, then maybe. But for the most part, it probably won't be put into the comic. Just because I don't want to just take people's ideas. I'd feel weird about that. Theory. The sun is a soup in Ratchetverse. I feel like it's a very interesting theory, first off. Second off, soup? A soup in Ratchetverse? I mean, maybe. Has the potential to be, right? I have pointed out vaguely in a few pieces of artwork, but there are actually two suns in this world. It's a fantasy, so of course there's going to be like multiple suns or multiple moons. But we've seen the moon. The moon is like huge in this world. So we know what the moon is like. But the sun, there are multiple suns. Maybe one of them is soup. One of them is a soup sun. Maybe. We don't know. I mean, I do. But you guys don't. And that's what's important. It's not about me knowing what happens in the comic. It's about you guys finding out or figuring it out. Because, yeah, the joy is going to come from people learning about what happens or figuring out what's going to happen. Or, yeah, just reading it and seeing what happens. Oh, that's a terrible finger. Because, yeah, they're starting to get much bigger. Proportionally very weird. How a silent makes a theory, says something with such objective confidence it must be true, aka Jedi mind trick, it also must be cool. Yeah. Yeah, right? So far, well, I'm not going to reveal whether or not the arm wrestling thing is canon or not, just because you said it with confidence. But you did say that with confidence, so you've got that going for you. It could be true, it could not be true. We don't know. Well, I do. You don't. I should stop saying we don't know. I know. You don't. But I will admit, I have made, like, coming up with theories slightly harder, as I have finished a page off stream. So there will be pages that are completed off stream. And that kind of just saves you guys from spoilers for the most part. It's all kind of intentional not to spoil certain things too early until it's time to kind of read when it's all together and you actually get that written context. Because there's some things coming up in this chapter where you'll see an image, and without its context, it may lead you down a bit of a rabbit hole. An assumption rabbit hole, as it were. Come on, there we go. There we go. I mean, it's not great, but it'll do. It'll do. And I pretty much just ignore the speech bubbles because I add them in much later. There we go. Hey! Warm up. Dogan going to get a bag of milk. Okay, I can do that. Hello, Loki. How you doing? Let me just quickly save this, and we can jump to the warm-up page. Lame theory, the Ratchet sees better out of the left eye. I mean, look at it. Where's the pizzazz? The good old one to Pat Boogaloo. That's a very interesting theory. Yeah, it's a very interesting theory there. Silent. I don't know if I've given that one much thought, but okay. So Dogan going to get some milk. A bag of milk. Okay, so Dogan is Canadian, or at the very least in Canada. So I'm gonna do this again, rushed sort of style, just because, yeah, we want to get this. Want to get back to the comic as quickly as possible. Hey, Oppa! Mouse Nation, hello, how you doing? Imprisoned in the center of the earth yet. Pretty good. Got a bit of sleep and woke up and saw your stream. Hey! Well, I'm glad that you got some sleep, at the very least. And that you're doing okay. Very glad to hear it. Nope, still free range. Nice. Always good to hear. Somehow I can still remember how to draw Dogan. It's been like 2 chapters since we last saw him. I feel like the proportions are going to be a little bit squiffy with him, but it's okay. It's a quick draw. Well, not specifically a quick draw, but it's a quick sketch. Excited to be going back to Canada, Loki? With the bag of milk talk. It's a very flat, kind of flat-featured face. And very long forehead. But still sort of Dogan-y. Think I'd be an ace at this since I've been drawing all day, pretty much. Giving him his hair color now. 2 chapters, and that's quite long in mouse time, I assume. A little bit, yeah. For shame, Mass, forgetting how to draw your characters. I didn't forget. I explicitly said I'm surprised I remember. Which means I do remember, sort of. Can't tisk me. I know what I'm doing. 2 chapters, yeah. It's been like, not a year, but I finished chapter 1 like near the end of the year. So you know, all that like space in my brain is now filled with Armella and how to draw her. Get back up on the 17th. That's cool. Okay, cool. So pretty soon, sort of. Hey, Grimace. Hey, Cry. I said my own name. Hey, Cryo, how you doing? Hello, hello, Krebo, the adventurer. The great Christmas Gramus. What? It's not Christmas, not yet. So these definitely one of these things where it's like, if I were to take more time on this, then it would definitely look more like Dogen. But it does look like Dogen, so I'm not actually that sad about it. But I'm supposed to be drawing these quick, so it's like I get caught up in the act of drawing, and then I forget to be drawing, like, that I'm supposed to be drawing quick. Oh, that's a really fucked arm. Hold on, let me do this right. There. There. It's better. Not perfect, but better. Sad that we only have a year or so of mouse streams left. Yeah, exactly. Once we get to the end of the year, it's that's it. I'm dead. I like all other mice go to the great French kitchen in the sky. I don't want to joke about that, because if I actually die in that time, that's going to be really grim for all of us. That would be, yeah, and now I've said it, I've jinxed myself. Dead mouse underscore ink, yeah. Oh yeah, emphasis on the mouse. And the dead, I would say. Okay, there we go, he's got his bag. He's got his milk. Developing Christmas Grammars law so far. In the dead of night, he eats your cheese and leaves mushrooms. Ooh, I mean, mushrooms are very precious to me, so you better appreciate that. I'm sure Ratchet will take over by then. Maybe it'll be time for Ratchet to take over. But he doesn't know how his story ends, so that's what I have on Ratchet, is that I know how the story ends. He doesn't. We pluck Ratchet out from different points, and like from early points in the story, give him a really short and succinct rundown on what's happening in the world, and then also where the comic is, in case he's working on the comic. Hold on. I can't spell like this. Hold on. Malk. Malk. He's got his bag o' Malk. But can Ratchet use the tablet? He has before. He seems to manage. He doesn't necessarily draw with too much intention and purpose, but he seems to know what he's doing to a certain degree, which is very good. I'm pleasantly surprised by that. He's very humble. He's a very humble little goblin. So he doesn't kind of big talk his work, but he's very good. Ratchet ate the tablet. Ratchet wouldn't eat the tablet. He's too small. It would take him like 3 months. 3 months to get through the tablet. Will Punga retire then? I don't think Punga can afford to retire. I pay him in jelly beans, and Punga seems to be very happy with that. I think Punga will move on to becoming a barista, I think, because Punga really likes their baby chinos. So I think that's Punga's next big endeavor. Once they're done being my editor. Does Punga even work? Sometimes, but they get really tired and they need like 3 or 4 naps a day. He does his best, exactly. Ratchet unhinged their jaw like a cartoon character. Trust me, I wasn't there. Trust me, I wasn't there. Punga is a trust fund baby. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. Punga does come across as a bit of a trust fund baby. I'm not going to lie. They got that energy about them. Gonna have Dogen holding the fridge open. Or not fridge, but you know like the clear screened fridge at the shopping centers. He's doing that. It's slightly broken. I am getting distracted by this piece, but it's okay. It's okay, we're good. We've got time to work on the comic. I finished a page in one night, we're good. And we don't actually have a deadline, so we're good. Okay, that'll do. There we go. He's got his milk. Dogen's got the milk. Perfect. This is where he is. This is why Dogen is missing, or not in the comic currently. I didn't say missing. He's not missing. Question mark. He might be missing. I may have said that. We don't know. Maybe I've revealed something that might make the the theory easier, but, you know. I hate how good that turned out. Oh, Loki, stop it, you. You. You're too kind. Well, thank you. I take that as a very positive compliment. It felt like a compliment, so I'm going to take it as one. It did turn out good. I'm actually very happy with how that turned out. I haven't drawn Dogen in a while. I'm planning on eventually making some content with Dogen in it. But that's probably not going to be for a while, based on how busy I currently am. What the fuck is that? Is that his head? Is that the rest of Ratchet's head? No, it can't be. It's like there. Here's the rest of Ratchet's head. Weird. Yeah, I'm planning on making, like, some videos or animations with Dogen in them. But they're not for a while, and so I haven't been drawing him much lately. Come in with a shitpost idea, walk away with a good picture. Yeah, it turned out pretty okay. I could post that in the Discord once I'm done. Pop it in the theories chat. This is where Dogen is. He's off getting milk. He's off getting milk. He will be back. Would you guys say it's fair that I would provide you with the page I finished and its writing? I'm not going to, but would you say that's fair? As consolation for finishing it off stream. Starting and finishing it off stream. Do you want to see the writing? Do you think you deserve that? Something feels off. Oh yeah, there's no backpack strap. The bane of my existence. The backpack strap. It's fine. One of these days, it's just going to be erased. Not erased, it's going to be, he's going to take his backpack off, and then he'll never put it back on. I'd pay to see the writing, and I have looked up exactly 0 pages there. I can agree with that. Well, Loki, the page that I'm talking about is on Kofi, and you're a member, so you have free access to check out the writing whenever you like. You're okay. You prefer to get it all at once? Okay, that's fair. That I can respect. It's a real squiffy line there. A real... Oh, that's what I meant. Okay, yeah, right. Apologies, I definitely misread. My brain doing the fucky-wucky. As per. Do you expect any less from a Grey Mouse stream? I don't know how to read. I projected that onto my protagonist. He also doesn't know how to read. You got a new shirt yesterday. Absolutely. Is it a new band shirt? For lifting? For the gym pump? Yeah, nice. No, but it's really cool. Ooh, excellent. I am still invested. More so, or maybe less so. We can't be certain. Why is my general giving me a message. Not my general. Oh, that's awesome. I was looking at the soup general chat and I was like, why is it giving me a notification that this is live? Not that this is live, that there is something going on when there wasn't. That's such a cool shirt. For audio listeners, there appears to be a cat riding on a shark. I'll be listening, but I gotta lurk while you eat dinner. Fair enough. Enjoy your dinner, mate. And have a lovely night. I gotta finish my creatine too. Let me hide my Discord from me. I got drawings to do. I got art to progress. I have made some adjustments to my pen settings, and as a result, basically, anytime I finish drawing a line, it will adjust it for me, which I actually do really appreciate. Because it means that I have far fewer crooked lines, and it does make drawing just that bit easier. Because I don't have to kind of retry multiple times. And normally, you know, my perspective on stuff like that, where I'd just be like, you just keep practicing at it until you get better. But if it's a little thing that makes something just that bit incrementally easier, then I see no issue with it. Practice will get you will only get you so far. If it's something that's just a general kind of minute issue, I can't necessarily draw a straight line every single time, especially if it's on an angle or things like that, or curved, then yeah, if you can use some software to make it easier, then yeah. Got some flight tags, challenge coins, and tea coming in. I buy stuff from a group that helps veterans with mental health issues every July 4th. That's lovely. That's awesome. That's a really good thing to do, Loki. And that sounds like you got some pretty sweet, what's the word for it? It's not merch, just pretty sweet stuff. I got my Gamer Sups cup. I'm drinking shaker bottle. I'm drinking actual creatine and BCAA out of it, which I feel is funnily ironic in a sense, because it's those are supplements for exercise, not necessarily gaming. But I like it. It's a good cup. It's a lot better looking than my other shaker cups, so I like it more. I like it more than them. Which way is he looking? He's looking that way. Nice. It goes to show how much of a difference these little tabs make, because he looks evil with his face like that. Oh, free 30 now is free worldwide shipping on Gamer Subs orders over $50. Ooh, nice. It took me a moment because I was like, wait a second, that's a order code, but it's from Loki, so it's not a bot. It can't be a bot unless Loki became a bot. Recently, which I don't think is the case. And prawn, no. I should probably stretch my back. Just a touch. Ah! I'm okay. Oh yeah, I only do the, I kind of only do the rings on the outside. Rings. Outlines. I know what I'm saying. I'm an artist. I do this stuff all the time. Yeah, that's good. And you no, just hate shipping costs with a passion. That's fair. Honestly, shipping costs do suck, so I fully respect that. And I mentioned gamer subs, so I figured you would share. That's fair. You never know. I'm sure people like, or will find use for that for sure. Because I got nothing against gamer subs. I like them. Like them as far as I can throw them, which is quite far. I'm quite strong. I can't remember where that joke comes from, but it's just like, I trust you as far as I can throw you, which is quite far. Hey, Smiley, half a year, whoa! Thank you so much for resubscribing. It's so nice to have you here, continued, and for such a long time too, wow. What a milestone, mate. How are you? How you doing? How has your day been? Oh. Stretching and rolling my joints just so that I keep them in check. I hate that by the time I find a flavor I like it, try it out and get ready to buy more. The flavor is out of stock. See my strawberries and cream. Yeah, that sucks. That's rough. Doing good. Almost done. Fair enough. Almost done with your work. Good for you, mate. 1 year, 8 months, 16 days. Holy crap. Loki, you've been around for a long time. And it's been a joy to have you. Now let me just get rid of the soft shadows. Whoa, Smiley's followage is 1 year, 17 days. That's pretty good too, damn. Y'all have been around for a significant amount of time. I really appreciate it. I deeply appreciate how consistent you've all been around. Silent, 4 months, 23 days. That's pretty long. Like, I'll admit, that's a pretty long time. It's not overshadowed to me. I think that is a significant amount of time. To be following anyone, really. Oh, but I don't want it to be completely white, just slightly lighter. 4 months, how short? That's not that short. Well, I try to be, but healthy. Well, yeah, that's fair enough. You can't really control those things, so I wouldn't count it. 8 Creo, 1 year, 7 months, 24 days. Holy shit. Nice. I make my time feel like it's longer. Yeah, to be fair though, Cryo, I also feel like we've known each other longer than that number as well. Like, to be fair, we've known each other for a while and skirted around it, I think, for a bit. Also, I haven't streamed as long as I've known you. Wait a minute, I definitely followed you before my niece was born. She turned 1 last month. Interesting. Wait a second. Now I distrust it too. You know how time goes fast when you're having fun? I'm the opposite. I am the pauser of time. I am the stopper of time. Time slows around me. The time master. I will make you suffer. So much that time slows down. I mean, that's a grim existence, wouldn't it? It's like, wouldn't it be if you actually made someone so unhappy that time slowed? That'd be pretty awful. Well, Crow doesn't do that. No, I disagree. I politely disagree with you, Cryo. If you lick the mouse, you gain dominion over time. I don't think that's how that works. Time has been fucky-wucky since 2020. That's true. That's true. Doctor Strange. I think Doctor Strange is right in this instance because time has never felt right. I think Ratchet looks cross-eyed, and it's bothering me. So we're gonna fix that. Think. I need to fix this. I dislike it. Yeah, Ratchet looks so fucking cross-eyed. Sometimes it's only evident that there's something wrong once you add the colors. We've been in the same circles but not connected. Yeah, exactly. We have known each other for a little while. It's because we both know... I definitely think Giggles is to blame. A big part of my, Twitch connections are primarily because of Giggles. Yeah, like with Giggles, yeah. Like, Giggles is definitely to blame for the friends I've made through Twitch. Or a large majority, for the very least. Especially within Australia. And then, even if I didn't explicitly, meet certain streamers through Giggles, if I found them, it was more than likely that they will have known Giggles in some capacity. And I was streaming with Giggles, but before I even started streaming, yeah. Which layer is this fucking line work on, then? It was on the main layer. What, was I just missing it? Was I just that uncoordinated that I just missed that line with my eraser? My god. I'm not a professional artist, but I have been doing art for most of my life. I'm not a complete novice to it. Yes. I was gaming with her on stream, then a challenge was issued to you once you hit 50 followers. Hey, nice. Yeah, it's a real small world. Real small Twitch world. Don't know what I'm doing with my left hand, it's just floating. Okay, there we go. Now I need to actually draw Ratchet's pupils. So that he is looking up, but not cross-eyed. Oh. Kept seeing myself dancing across my screen. That's way better. There we go. Cool. Cool. Herobrine Ratchet. Yes. Herobrine Ratchet. Herobrine Ratchet. Oh, that's wrong. That's not what I'm supposed to do. Yeah, because I think I also met Organized Chaos, but not through Giggles. And then, months later, I found out that they knew Giggles, and I was just like, ah, fuck. Can't escape it. Giggles just knows everybody. Are there two hoodies? Why are my sleeves swapped? I'm not gonna lie, it's because I fucked up. It's because I made a mistake. Giggles has a cult-like following. Yeah, absolutely. I think, so the dancing one is incorrect. So as you can see from the me one up here, the one you can see on the screen, that's the correct one. You can see that my right hand has red. Oh no, it's wildly inconsistent. Oh no, my sleeves. No. Worse still, it's also based on a real hoodie I own. So I should just be able to know which side is the right side. Well, also it kind of goes to show which ones just flip them. I think I only need to flip one. I just need to flip the sad clown. And that'll be it. That's all. Wait. Would flipping it help? Yes. Yes. Yeah, so yeah, you can tell which one I made in a rush because it's wrong. And now I'm just like looking at all of my stuff. Because I'm pretty sure my profile picture has the wrong ones as well. It doesn't matter. I don't give a shit. But yeah, however, you are the same as the clown. Exactly. So I just have to flip all the other ones. I don't give a shit. I don't care enough about that shit to do it. I'm just going to release 2 different hoodies and they have swapped sleeves. I am clearly. Because I relate most to the clown. Because I am one. Regarding this conversation, I am definitely the clown. Bet you looked at the jacket on the chair and for some and looked and looked don't for the others, so I got mixed up. Oh, absolutely. Shouldn't have said you were releasing 2, just do it and let people fight. Honestly, I kind of like that idea, yeah. I eventually got what you meant, Cryo. I eventually understood. Yeah, it took me a moment, I will admit, but I got there in the end. Yeah, I just release 2 hoodies, but say that I've only released the 1. I mean, that's the goal at some point, is that I want to kind of release some clothing. Just because I like hoodies, and I'd love some hoodies that were like based on some of my work. Say one of them is correct, and one's a knockoff. Oh yeah, I just say, oh well, this one's not actually, clearly is, yeah, a knockoff, not my work. I didn't make this. Yeah, I think first thing I want to like release is pump covers. Because I wear those. But honestly, I would just take a hoodie. If it's a cool hoodie, I'm down. But it'd have to be a hoodie down to design as well. Like, it's not just a hoodie with a cool print on it, I think. I want it to be interesting. Like, it's got those, you know, emo holes in it. Holes in the sleeves. For putting your thumb through. Because my demographic is mostly goth and emos. I thought first would be a soup bowl. I mean, I could always do a soup bowl. Soup bowl that like it's got a little like message at the bottom of it, so once you finish eating, it just says yum yum, or something like that. Enjoy your soup. I love how dumb that sounds because it's like. At the bottom of it, it says enjoy your soup, but you have to finish it to read it. So you just like, you finish it and then the soup bowl says enjoy your soup. I think that's really dumb. I love it. And a mouse hanging on the side. That'd be cute. I mean, I'd love one of the, like those tea strainers, which are like, you know, animals that sort of bathe in the cup. And strain the tea. I like those a lot. So I wouldn't be against a mouse one for that. Like, that's the kind of merchandise I can get behind. A mouse tea strainer. That's what I was thinking. The tea infuses. Ooh, yeah, but also, yeah, maybe one for soup. One that contains like basil or a kind of herb, or even like a flavoring to it. Maybe like chili, so that it like slowly infuses with chili, but slowly over time. So you have to eat it quick, otherwise you get like a lethal dose of chili if you eat it really slow. Or a roux. Ooh. I like the sound of that. These are all really great ideas. I love it. I do want to make more posters though as well. That's a big thing. I'd love to make more posters, but even like slightly more just kind of designy posters. If you know what I mean. Just picking up what I'm putting down. Because, yeah, at some point I also got to think about, like, convention. What would I want on a stand for a convention? Because I think for me, like, I'd love to run a stand at a convention, partially because I'd love to just do it because it sounds really interesting and fun. But then also it would be a really good networking opportunity to have a stand at a convention. And to get to kind of talk to other artists, or other comic artists more specifically, and be like, hey, I'm making a comic, I'm doing it completely independently, look at this pin, it's Ratchet, that's my protagonist, look at his little face, and then they'll be like, I love him, and it's like, sponsor me. Sign up. Sign up to my newsletter. It's called Grey Mouse Weekly. And it's where I talk about how well I've pooped that week. Oh. Hey. There's 2 songs. Oh shit, I forgot to update that he doesn't care for chicken noodle soup. I mean, he likes chicken noodle soup, but his favorite food is katsudon. I need to update that. You know what, while we're here, I'm gonna just update it. Katsudon. Ratchet is canonically the buttered blind, colorblind. And he can play an ocarina, which we now see the end screen. Music by the incredible Mike David. Absolutely gorgeous music for both him and the Tree Markets. Oh, and the Beanstalk Brigade so far. Incredible, like genuinely incredible. There is Ratchet. There's currently 2 songs going on. It's fucking in my head. So yeah, just cut down the song, because like that's it pretty much all done, but like, you know, could maybe do like 10 seconds of the song. I think that would be good enough. Wait, all I have to do is type Ratchet and we can make Mouse Quiet for 2 minutes. I mean, yes, that is true, but it does have a cooldown. So you'd have to type it in every 30 minutes. I say. Sad. Well, otherwise I'd be fucking dying. Music is quite loud compared to my voice. Oh shit, it just silenced me out. Oh, that's because Mix It Up is quite loud. Let me fix that. Just turn Mix It Up down. Let me also... thank you for letting me know that, because I might actually just adjust that as well. Sound, turn it down quite a bit, because it can also just be a little bit more subtle anyway. There we go. And while I'm at it, let me change the Dream Lurkers sound down as well, now that we're aware of it. Save that. Cool. Cool. What was I doing? Brain, what were we doing? Oh yeah, the stream. Yeah, thank you for letting me know about that, Smiley. I can improve that, make adjustments. Whether you live or die is no concern of mine. You should have thought about that before becoming an artist. Oh my god. I didn't get a choice. I didn't know being an artist would be a matter of life or death. I just wanted to draw penguins. And now I don't draw penguins. It's the great curse of many artists. They get into it for honest and reasonable reasons, and then they have to draw something else. Drawing a long-form comic that's going to take me years. Think I intended for this to happen? No. Not exactly. At a certain point, sure, I was like, this is what I want to do. However, 10 years ago, I probably just wanted to draw penguins. Or little monsters. Little creatures. Man, when was the last time I watched The Emperor's New Groove? Good question. That's clearly and evidently a reason for you to watch it now. You got time, right? You gotta be relaxing. You're supposed to be relaxing and taking it easy, right? So just watch it. Just put it on. The poison. It's terrible. Terrible impression.
That's the poison. Kiska's poison. The poison for Kiska.
Ah, yes. That's definitely Kronk's voice.
Kiska.
We go. I make those noises so that I can spur thoughts in my brain. Shocks my system, you know? Shocks my system into acting, you know? Taking action. How deep do I want this under chin shadow to be? Like that much? Yeah, probably. Peasant food. Oh, hold on. Isma. It is no concern of mine whether your family has what is it again? Food. I mean, that movie had some great lines. And it's insane to think that that was like, in Disney, that was like a punishment. If you like weren't getting your deadlines completed or whatever, you were punished with working on The Emperor's New Groove. Like, that was a punishment at Disney. And no script for it, yeah. Who doesn't love Emperor's New Groove? Yes, exactly. You really should have thought about that before you became peasants, yeah. So, like, unaware of the common man. But that was kind of what the movie was about too, really. Was like this, like, satire of, or not satire, but this observational humor of how disconnected the wealthy and powerful are from the real world. And somehow, it continues to be a joke to this day. And these wealthy, powerful people have not realized that we are laughing at them for that. Or that we are aware that they are completely disconnected from us. One of your favorite films. Damn. I mean, that's fair, because it's really good. Definitely top tier. Imagine The Punishment was basically the best film. Yeah. It's clear that these Disney execs had no idea what they were thinking. Even then. Even before they released Wish. Wish? I can't even remember what the movie's called, but it's terrible. This latest Disney film, just absolute garbage. And really, like, it almost sends the opposite kind of message to Emperor's New Groove as well. I was talking to Wiki yesterday about the Nightmare Fuel Hoodwinked, and what's now, yeah. Hoodwinked is astounding. That's a fever dream of a film. I love it, but also, holy shit, what a fucking wild film. I think I once watched it as a kid when I was, like, unwell with flu, and as a result, the feeling of that flu and influenza has stuck with me anytime I think about that film. Because it just has an energy to it, which I would classify as, like, head cold. I haven't seen the new Disney movie, but I hear the villain is the good guy in disguise. Yeah, so it's really interesting because I've seen a lot of like video breakdowns on it, but essentially the protagonist is the villain. The protagonist is a bad person, not the villain. The villain or antagonist is actually a good person. And so as a result, evil wins at the end of the story. Welcome back, Glenn. Hope you enjoyed your shower. I remember thinking it was great and then seeing the animation and being scared. That's fair. That's fair. I've never even heard of it, but now I want to get drunk and watch Hoodwinked. Hoodwinked is fantastic. Like, that's a fantastic film to watch drunk, I would say. It would be hilarious. Or get high. Either or. Take like a tab of acid and then watch Hoodwinked. And I think you might go crazy. You might actually lose your mind. But yeah, genuinely, because like if you were to give a synopsis of Hoodwinked, it's like the criminal investigation around Red Riding Hood. But it's so weird. Because like it's such an interesting plot and premise, but it's so weird. And it's so funny as a result. There's like aspects to it where it's just like, well, why was the woodsman even there? You know, like asking these questions and then the answer to those questions is really just batshit insane. It's so funny. And the animation is like, is very strange. You want to give a synopsis? Please do. Cryo, please explain what Hoodwinked is, because I feel like I'm just gonna fall into a tangent about how weird and fucked up it is. For lack of better words, you know? It's the kind of film that I'm always surprised other people have seen. You know? If you know what I mean? It's like... It's not something I just dreamed up. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Yes. While you explain it, I'm gonna make some progress on this bloody comic. I want to provide this illusion that they're actually moving, so I'm making the trees different. In the background, at least. Well, I thought that actually went to the hand. That would have been bad. I was sold when I saw Patrick Warburton as a kangaroo. He's a kangaroo? I think he's the wolf, isn't he? Wait, that's the wolf. Yeah, like I said, the animation and stylization is so weird. So he does look like a kangaroo. To be fair to you, Loki, he does look like a kangaroo. Peppy Red Riding Hood, depressed bad wolf, and caffeine-addicted squirrel. Oh yeah. Work together to find secret agent grandma while buff German lures German kids with schnitzel on a stick. Yeah. Yeah. You literally could not make this fucking shit up. It's so wild. And who's the... I can't remember exactly, but the detectives on the case were strange too. They were like animals of some sort, but they were very, very weird. And I think incompetent, if I remember correctly, which I think is just a common trope in a lot of like kids like detective mystery kind of movies. So the cops are just incompetent. Not unlike fiction. Certainly not real life. Though I will admit, I was joking there, but like I will admit, holy crap. Some of the true crime or the unsolved mysteries that I have listened to on podcasts, most of them are unsolved purely because like the detectives or the investigators on the scene were deeply incompetent. And it's always like a trend. Yeah, the henchman's got to be basically useless. Yeah, exactly. It's a bit of a trope, but it's a good one, to be fair. I think like we've established a few times, there's like tropes are there for a reason. It's like studying anatomy in art. It's like they're there as foundations. Once you understand how things work, then you can move on from them. But until you understand them, you probably shouldn't. We found this ID by the body. Whatever could it mean? Yeah. I mean, if they were competent, the crime wouldn't be unsolved. I mean, exactly, exactly. But there are like situations where there was not a true crime, an unsolved mystery where an entire family were murdered, and their bodies were found in their like the barn on their ranch. Um, but pretty much none of the evidence that the investigators found could be used because they arrived to the scene of the crime so late that a bunch of people who knew the family had not only not tampered with the evidence but had been there just at the scene of the crime for such a long time that some people had stayed there, eaten food in the house, and like partially lived on the property by the time that the police or the investigators got to the scene of the crime. It was like batshit insane how badly they did. My buddy Ryacent described my current physique as hench. Oh yeah. And I approve of the buff henchman build. Yeah, definitely. I think you've got that buff henchman kind of physique on you right now. Are you aiming for buff mob boss? Is that your goal? It's so wild. It's well earned, I think. You earned that form. Earned that physique. Another true crime investigation that I listened to was that the police didn't investigate a reported, like the report of smoke in a forest. So like during a time where there weren't supposed to be like campfires or anything like that, apparently there was smoke coming from a forest near the town. They didn't investigate. And then a week later, they were called out to investigate because someone had found burnt bodies. So they could have actually caught, the killer if they had gone to investigate a fire. And so, or not to investigate a fire, but a suspicious smokestack, essentially. And they didn't, because God knows why. Your extra large shirt being tight on your chest and arms, loose around your belly. Nice. The belly is tough right now. That's fair. It's cool. No, it's cool. It's all earned, It may take time to like feel like it is, but that's all that hard work, All that hard work paying off. You can find like it is so rewarding when you can not only feel the change but see the change in the physique. after all that exercise. That's your ideal build. The belly is tough. The mob boss, henchman. I mean, both are good, to be fair. One thing I was really proud of at the gym was that because I've got a new PT, and she wants me to do, the deadlifts, the RDLs, a lot of that free weight exercise stuff now. And so I'm starting on that, but I started deadlifts, and after doing a bunch of deadlifts I think, so I'm up to 45 kilograms on deadlifts. I want to look like a strongman who doesn't compete. Nice. That actually would be fantastic, right? Why not do a live lifts? I didn't know that was an option. I'm not an expert at fitness. I'm an expert at fitness pizza into my mouth. Delicious. No, but I finished doing like one of my sets and I was like exhausted because of course I was. And she was just like, you've been doing these deadlifts way better than a lot of people. A lot better than a lot of people who actually do this regularly. And I was like, oh shit. I'm doing it. I'm achieving. I'm achieving my dreams of being able to lift heavy weights. And well. Mind you, it'd be interesting trying out a strongman comp for amateurs. That would be cool. Have you considered doing that before? Because their events look fun? Yeah, that's fair, yeah. Would you do an event? Even if just to like, not bystander, but to kind of be a, what's the word I'm looking for? Observer? Because I think I would go. I'd definitely go. I think that'd be fun. Give it a crack for fun. Nice. Yeah. I wouldn't give it a crack because myself, I do not feel confident enough in lifting. However, I would be very interested to watch. You'd want to participate. Fair. I think that's worth it. Soft shadows. Right now, because I'm so, like, I'm in that stage where I'm so focused on technique that I'm like, I don't want to fuck this up. I don't want to fuck this up and fuck up my spine or whatever. So, doing my absolute best to nail the technique before I think about doing anything more complicated than that. I'd participate so poorly, then probably get super fired up about it. Oh, participate do poorly. Oh yeah, I mean, that's still good. That's fair, but also to be fair, I slept wrong and my back is stiff. Yeah, and that is a fair, fair point, for sure. Knowing me, I feel like if I just dove straight in, I mean, you never just dive straight in, first off. But, like, if I were to kind of go in unprepared, my biggest fear is that I would piss and shit myself, and then I'd collapse. And I know that, because, like, I know that's happened before in comps. So that's why it's, like, the forefront of my mind. Because I'm like, I don't want that to be me. I do everything I can, for the most part, to avoid shitting myself. So, it is, if anything, a major focus for me sometimes. It's very common. Get lifting plugs? What? That's a thing? Wait a second, what? There's plugs for lifting? I did not know this. Here I thought that was just for funsies. I've thankfully never passed out or pissed myself. Sure, I farted. Farts are fine. That's well within reason. That's just the motion of the ocean, baby. But yeah, those videos of people like lifting immense weights and then pissing all over the floor. I'm just like, no, that's not gonna be me. Yeah, lifting plugs. Oh my god, it's an actual thing. My goodness. My goodness. I'm not going to look that up. I looked and I saw that I've received a reel from a certain somebody, but I thought it was cryo, and I was actually almost terrified that you sent me a picture of some lifting plugs. I was like, oh, I don't need to see this. Just fear. Ruminating. Don't know if it's an actual thing, but they are just butt plugs. Oh, okay. Okay, that's balanced me out a little bit, which is good. I'm no longer shocked. I'm no longer in shock. And light. I just said it one day to someone and we laughed hard as fuck. That's fair. I mean, I'm sure some people have probably done it. There's that person who, you know, had who cheated in a chess tournament because they had a vibrating butt plug and someone was sending a Morse code, which I think I'd rather just lose. I'd rather just risk losing than stick a plug up my butt to win at chess. I've never been that competitive, you know? I think I've never been that competitive as a person. We were talking about how to market them to gym bros. Ah, nice. I mean, that would do it, right? If it helped with your lifts. Or if it came with a lifting belt, I think you could probably get those sold. Cheating in chess and using Morse code. Yeah, I know. There's so much effort to just cheat at chess. I would rather just like risk losing. Like bottom out squats. But can you imagine being in the gym and someone's bottoming out squats and then you just hear if you plug that's like grenade grenade shaped, yeah. Oh no. No, cryo. Delete the message. That's certainly not what you meant to say. Gotta just, oh my god, hold on. Just for our own protection. Oh no. That never happened. That never happened. Oh god. Oh, crisis averted. Pesky autocorrect. Okay, give me a moment. I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna take a quick breather. We finished the panel. Somehow. Somehow we finished the panel. Oh, okay. We got 2 panels left. God damn, it doesn't matter. Don't worry, cryo. Don't worry. I blame autocorrect. Let's take a quick break to just have a breather. That caught me so off guard. Like, so off guard. Got another good autocorrect for you? Uh-oh. Please go ahead. I got delete prepared just in case. On levels of fuck up, that one was impressive. I'm gonna have to take your mod away. No, that's fine. That's okay. I also love that I feel like we all had the same reaction where we were just like reading and then, oh no! Showing another bro some cool shirts. They were Duo Fusion shirts from Dragon Ball Z. Z? Yeah. Dragon Ball Z. If you're nasty. Gotta take the breath. Feel like I haven't breathed. And I tried to say Duo Fit would go so hard. Oh my god. What'd you say? Duo Fit. That'd go hard. That would go hard. You and your gym bro wearing the same kind of like matching outfits. That's fucking awesome. And the autocorrect got me with doing it would go so hard. That's pretty good. That's not terrible. Well, like, are they really a gym bro if you don't have kind of this thinly veiled, bromance turned romance turned potential will they won't they? Not as bad as teenager shape. That's pretty, yeah. But not terrible. I think it can always be worse, I think. I don't trust autocorrect. Sometimes I review my message before I send it just in case autocorrect is fucking with me. I think I've called someone like a bitch accidentally. Oh, actually, no. You know what? I've almost called people a hoe. I've almost called work colleagues hoes because how will autocorrect for some reason. Or will switch the W to an E, and I don't know why. Failed? I don't know. I said it and I've now forgotten what I was saying. At least you can blame autocorrect. Moni is just that way that's true. Moni is cursed, just as a person. Moni do be like that. Moni will just say something fucked up, and then she'll just kind of skirt over it as if it were nothing. And it's what I love about her, you know? That takes confidence. Or a bravado that is hard to match. This is... yep. Hold on. My brain just shutting down for a moment. I've been doing that all day. My brain has not been on my side at all today. I accidentally called my CEO a hoe. It all just went wrong. It all just went wrong today. I was like, no! And he was just like, ah, man. I'm a hoe. No one takes me seriously at work. I'm Skippy Rizzo at work. Which I feel is a very niche meme, but I am. Anyway, after that, I'm gonna get ice cream. I think you deserve it too. Yeah, you defo deserve it. Enjoy your... Wait, actually, what flavor ice cream do you have? Or are you gonna get? Because, like... Yeah, what's people's favorite ice cream flavor? Because well, I think I've talked about this before, but I am a fiend for anything salted caramel. I freaking love salted caramel. Just for anything. Just vanilla, maybe with Milo. Ooh, nice. Treat yourself. If you got Milo in the house, you may as well. But yeah, I'm an absolute fiend for anything salted caramel. I just go nuts for. But I guess I'm definitely more of a savory person, as just in general. But like, I think my top two like sweet kind of treats, yeah, salted caramel and banana bread. Those are my two big ones. I love banana bread. Golden Gay Time. Ooh, nice. Nice, 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 nice. Americone Dream. O Cone a Day is my favorite. Interesting. Mint chocolate always slaps. Ooh, a controversial opinion, but one I definitely agree with. Mint chocolate is fantastic. It's refreshing and doesn't taste like toothpaste. I think the people who say that are idiots. Sorry, but yeah. I'm just gonna say it. Americone Dream is a I suspected, yes. I've never had Ben & Jerry's ice cream. Combines vanilla ice cream with fudge... Ooh, fudge-covered waffle and waffle cone pieces and a caramel swirl. Ooh, that sounds incredible. It is Americone Dream in the States and O Cone a Da in Canada. Oh my god, that's incredible. Incredible. I need that. I need that so badly. That sounds amazing. It's actually making me so hungry for ice cream. Something I know I'm not going to have for a while. Purely because it's winter. And I don't have ice cream here. In my house. Because I live like a prisoner. Bro, if I could find mint chocolate flavored toothpaste, I'd eat it. Yeah. That sounds delicious. Mint chocolate flavored ice cream. I mean, mint chocolate flavored toothpaste. Amazing. I'd have so many cavities. Or I'd have so few cavities if it was toothpaste. I keep saying ice cream. I've got ice cream on the brain. Got some Twix ice cream bars. Ooh. Those I know. Those are delicious. Oh, I know. Her eyelashes are out here. There we go. Yep, we got time. We got time to keep working on this. I was like looking just to make sure it wasn't 2 hours. Which it isn't yet, which is good. Good, good, good. Kind of do a quite sharp forehead. Which is fine, it's kind of stylistic, which I like. But just making sure that it's not too sharp, you know? Is that how her nose looks? It's a little bit short. Or weird. There we go. That's somewhat better. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Let's get a little bit closer to my drawing. Still doing it to this day. Just not drawing close. It's because I'm never certain about proportions if I'm close. It's the only kind of like drawback to drawing up really close. Is that the proportions go real fucky otherwise. Not otherwise, if I do rely on drawing too close. And I dislike that. It's a fucked up chin. There we go. Yeah. feel like that. No, that doesn't make sense. That makes more sense. There we go. Nice. If y'all could, like, see into my mind, it would make more sense, the little, like, comments that I make. However, you can't, so just suffer. Just suffer in silence. No, I'm almost commenting on, like, the way the stroke looks on the page. Oh, the two other desserts I love, panna cotta and creme brulee. That's very fair. Both fantastic desserts. But I got a soft spot for sarsaparilla spice. Interesting. Okay. I've had sarsaparilla once, and I wasn't about it, but I can definitely see the appeal. I would almost be tempted to try it again, purely because I feel like I was young when I had it last time. And you know, when you're young, that kind of colors your perception of what's good. Actually, I'm going to bump any spider to top of the list. That's fair. I haven't had a spider in such a long time. Also, I forgot that's grim. I almost said I have also not been happy in a very long time. I feel like the joke is good, but maybe it's just a little too grim. Because it's also not true. Okay, to add the little weird details, because I am a fiend for details. This is almost too close, isn't it? Yeah. Too close to a chin. It's got to have a little bit of space, because, like, even your, like, thickest turtleneck is not going to reach to your chin. That's insane. So I believe sarsaparilla spider is a close to a proper root beer float Australia will get. Okay, interesting. Very interesting. It's been so long since I've had a spider. I can hardly remember them. At least not properly. There we go. Yeah, that's nice. That's Armella. Wait, y'all don't like root beer? I mean, we don't really have it. And what's this about eating spiders? We don't have root beer. Yeah, we don't really have root beer in Australia. We have, yeah, sarsaparilla. But that's it. And spiders, basically, it's ice cream in soft drink. Or cola. Not cola. Soda. A spider is a float, yeah. And a sidewalk is a pavement. Okay, so a float. Yeah. You get it. We're teaching you Australianisms. But then, I don't know if this is... There was also, in my childhood, there was also something called a spider. And it's something my grandmother used to make. Which I can't remember specifically, but it was like a chocolate covered biscuit that looked like a pile of sticks, essentially. Yeah, sure, I'll believe that it's not called a candied spider that y'all eat. We don't eat candied spiders. Who do you think we are? Yeah, we have, yeah, I can't remember what was, like, what the biscuity part inside it was, but it was like a chocolate coat, and she made them herself. But they were chocolate coated, like, pieces of biscuit, or I actually almost think even pretzel, maybe. Like, it may have been pretzel that was coated in chocolate in, like, a big, not a big, but like a palm-sized mound. It's very hard for me to explain this, but it was such a like significant section of my childhood in a sense. We just eat them raw. We do just eat them raw. In our sleep sometimes too. That's why I haven't seen them before. Yeah, my grandmother used to make them, so it may just be my grandmother thing, and not a Australian thing. And to be fair, it wouldn't surprise me if there were plenty of things from my childhood that weren't necessarily Australian things, because I had an English grandmother, and like not just English grandmother, a grandmother from England. So as a result, it may have been a Britishism. Put it in my cookbook. I'll have to figure out the recipe, because I remember it fondly, but vaguely. Call it a snack nid. That's actually really cute. Yeah, I guess I'll have to figure out the recipe. Because what we got the bird's nest, the owl's nest. We got the mac and cheese recipe. So, I mean, a confectionery would be good. I guess maybe like at the next milestone we could do a dessert. It's kind of up to the vote, but like I would be down to do a dessert for the next one. And also, for those of you who are curious, like the katsudon recipe, that will be made outside of a milestone. So I will have a chicken katsudon recipe for Ratchet's birthday in the comic, not in the real world, because the dates don't track, I guess, for what you could say. So this world has different dates. So Ratchet's birthday is not any date in the, Western calendar. Or any calendar in this world. I imagine making a spider cookie. It's a little less graceful than that. It'll look like just a mound of chocolate-covered sticks. Candied spiders recipe. I'd do a candied spiders recipe, yeah. I'd love to do something caramelized. Would be like pretzel sticks stabbed into a marshmallow, then coated in chocolate. That does sound really good. Like a rocky road, but ooh, we could make redbacks, which would be like a rocky road, but it would be pretzels, marshmallow, and raspberry jellies covered in chocolate. That'd be delicious. But I'm also thinking, like, I've got an idea for like custard bunnies and things like that, because here in Adelaide those are very popular. Custard buns, but they look like bunnies. And then also I've got it's not takoyaki, I can't remember the name of it, but the like fish waffle from Japan. I've got a recipe for that, which I'd love to do as well, but I'm gonna have to test that one first, just so that it's good. But yeah, definitely a confectionery or sweets kind of thing next, I think. Petrified toads is just chocolate coated lollyfrogs. That's good. That's good. I like that a lot.
To be fair, I just want to make that marshmallow spider snack. That sounds really good, yeah. I mean, yeah, because it's like, it's a good balance between sweet and savory. So if you're not necessarily a sweets person, then the pretzel and stuff will tide you over. And for me, who's definitely not a sweet person, like sweets person, that does sound really good to me. Crunchy, salty, yeah. Because I could see myself eating the legs and enjoying the gooey body. Yeah. That sounds delish. That sounds great. That's a very flat looking finger. Hold on. Gonna leave that section for a bit. As I draw out other bits. I'll write that down and make it this weekend, I think. Nice. Yeah, let me know how it turns out. Because if it's really good, then I will make a note. And I'll seek out that recipe as well. Like the actual recipe. How big is this hand going to be? It's pretty okay. That being said, we should probably make this finger bigger. Finger bigger? Just longer. That's maybe too long. But, yeah, that's too long. I was like, but I'll make it work. I won't make it work. I would rather it not work and just fix it. There you go. With this one, I'm just going to erase this bit and keep going down. Ugh, that was so messy. Yuck. Not the biggest fan of these fingers. Definitely not the biggest fan of these fingers. Fingies, that's too long, but I'll make it work. Hey. Nice. Nice. I don't know how I feel about these fingies. Like, honestly, they're almost certainly fine. But, I don't know. My little mouse brain being unsatisfied with the look of it. How many fingers on her hand? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's, yep. However, the next part of my issue is that I've definitely made them too short. Or not too short, but too small. So as a result, the rest of our hand is all cluttered and fucked. There we go. That's a simple solution to what would be otherwise a big problem. Just make them bigger. Because not only were they proportionally whack, they was weird. So now with this, I can make that work. Wonder what other D&D fantasy themed snacks I can think of. Yeah. It's pretty fun to like figure them out, figure stuff out like that. It's for this should be smaller because it's the pinky. Definitely shouldn't bend like that. But yeah. Gugh. I mean, you could always make jelly with Sour Patch Kids in it. That's fantastic. I really like a gelatinous cube jelly. Amazing. Love your work, Crow. That's fantastic. That's really just smart. I don't know how okay I am with that. The line work is just messy as well, which I dislike a lot. I dislike greatly just how messy the line work is. And it's just purely because I've had to erase such slivers of other line work, so it makes it look messy, which is annoying. It's so obvious, right? It's obvious but very cool, I think. Simple but effective. There we go. Yeah, I can live with that. I think. Yes. No. Yes. No. Yes. Yes. I can live with that. Just thumbs up. He's good with it. The perfectionist is tolerating it. I think earlier on in my art kind of like journey, I definitely wouldn't have. But I think I'm okay with it. I think a goblin pie would be like a chocolate bread pudding. That honestly sounds fantastic. And it like a brioche bread. That would be delicious. I actually want to make a note of that because that sounds fucking fantastic. Goblin pie makes me dubious. But then also my second thought of mud pit doesn't sound any better. So I'm not against it. Yeah, it looks kind of like a mess. Yeah. I mean, but that's how you know it's good. I think a lot of the best foods I've had have not necessarily looked that like gourmet, you know. So that's good. Oh, I learned that the self-sourcing puddings is an Australian thing. Yeah. Where you bake it and the top turns into a cake. That's just a here thing, I believe. Yeah. It's very interesting that, like, because, like, I definitely wouldn't have originally thought that it would have been. Because I feel like, to me, food ingenuity is not the most Oh, Glenn! God damn it! Put these nuts in your mouth. Surely just putting these nuts in your mouth was fine. What would be? That's a good. That's a tolerable neck. Yeah. But yeah, like I wouldn't have suspected that Australian kind of food stuff would be quite that ingenious. But you know, you would be surprised. You'd also be surprised how many inventions kind of come from Australia too. Ruffle this little guy's hair, just a bit. There we go. Very cute. Grenade-shaped nuts. If you said puddies, you said puddies, so I had to improvise. Okay, fair enough. You know what? Good. Very nice thinking on your feet there, Glenn. Fey bread, not fairy bread. Ah, interesting. Fey bread. That'd be cool. I wonder how much... Oh my god, I closed my eyes so freaking hard then that I saw the spots. Maybe I just hadn't blinked in a while. That could also have been it. I've got a bad habit where I just don't blink sometimes. Now, do I like everything about this image except the image. No, I don't mind it. I'm just trying to think of ways to give it just a bit more depth before I even go into the color and shadows and stuff. I also forgot to draw Ratchet's goggles. We spend so much time talking about how Ratchet is colorblind, and I've actually forgotten to just draw his colorblindness goggles. That's the only one you'll be able to see, because Armella's hand is over the other one. Yeah. Yep. There we go. There's also going to be speech bubbles, so I also got to just remember, maybe don't just cover... Don't just put detail in for the sake of detail, you know? This is all brown because of that backpack strap. That just absolute bane of my existence. Not really, but kinda. Is that all Ratchet's hair? Yep, because he doesn't have his eyes open. So his hair is... his pupils are not visible. It's very rare that we actually get panels with Ratchet's eyes shut. And there's no symbolic meaning there, so don't, like... Just because I said it doesn't necessarily mean that there's meaning there. And just because I'm saying this bit doesn't necessarily mean that there's meaning there. But I am bringing it up purely because... What the fuck? Purely because sometimes I do find it to be a bit of a novelty that Ratchet's eyes are shut. What is that? What the hell is this? I keep thinking of like desserts because I think they are the best to manipulate. Yeah, I think so. What is this? What is this? What is you? That does... You don't make sense. I know what you are. I was erasing you and then I just never got around to it. Because that was the old piece of Armella's knuckle. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna need to do a lot of filling in. Here. But you could maybe make like a mind flare cake with, which is basically a trifle. Yeah, that makes sense. Another Aussie classic, the trifle. The trifle, yeah. Yeah. Armilla face. Is this the one with a shadow? Soft shadow? I don't know. The soft shadow is so soft and subtle. No, it's not. Cool. Is it? No. It's not. Cool. We're good. Ear. Lemonade. Because, I mean, this is probably right. It just, yeah. Without the other colors in place, it's always like, oh, it feels a little bit lighter. Like the tones always feel just that bit too light. Can actually feel that all. But yeah, once you add the other colors in, it starts to make more sense color-wise. Yes. Grab the yellow. I've learned that Aussie cuisine is basically fantasy good. Yeah. Australia has some very good cuisine. But it also has some very good... Sorry, I got nothing. Australia's great. Just ended work. Hey, congrats, Smiley. I hope you are planning on treating yourself since you've had such a big day. I assume. Good meowings. Hey, Sona, hello. So lovely to see you, my beloved. Food. Oh, what are some good, some food that is considered Australian cuisine? Good question. Trifle. So far, hold on. Also, what was it called? The not self-icing, the self-saucing, pudding. Bunning Snag, Lamingtons. How are you doing, Sona? On a serious note, I suppose chicken parma? Yes. On a potentially controversial note, I suppose pavlova? I'm not saying, I don't want to put my cock on the block for that. I don't want to anger New Zealanders. I don't know who made the pavlova. Fried kangaroo balls? I mean, I guess, technically. Grandma's gonna cause a fight with the lamington. What? Is the lamington also up for contention? Had a wallaby the other day. Ooh, self-saucing pudding. Yes. Cryo was talking about that. So basically, it's a pudding that sauces itself. I once had camel. I think that's probably the most interesting meat I've had. New Zealand thinks they own the lamington. Okay, well that is not up for contention. That's not true. They can have the pavlova, but they don't have the lamington. The lamington is not theirs. I'm sorry to be controversial, but it's not theirs. You bake it, it's in the top of the pudding, turning into like a cake. The bottom stays very saucy. Meat pies. Yeah, I was actually kind of surprised by how Aussie that ended up being. Like, meat pies are a very Aussie thing. Like, I know other parts of the world have meat pies, but hold on. But the like the Aussie meat pie. I mean, of course, that's very Aussie, but you know what I mean. Chicken parma looks and sounds tasty. Yeah, it is. It's fantastic. It's honestly one of our greatest inventions, yes. The Bunnings snag. I love that that's like, that I would consider that Australian cuisine. Like, wholeheartedly. It's a chicken schnitzel with marinara sauce and cheese melted on top. It's a pub classic. It is. It's really good. And I've never ordered one in your life. Oh, but you've had one before, surely. It's very interesting. I find, like, nowadays a lot of pub schnitzels are very hit and miss. So I think there's almost no in between nowadays. You're either going to have a fantastic schnitzel, and I think this also goes for chicken parma as well, but like you'll either have a fantastic one or a terrible one. You've made them, yeah. Bunning snag is true cuisine, yes. But I don't like to order things I feel I could make better myself. That is a really good point. And I think I'm in the same boat, is that I do regularly go to cafes and get food there, but I usually order something that I would either something I don't think I would make better myself, or food that I wouldn't want to make myself, purely because of like how long I know prep time or making time for it is. I would rather somebody else just do it for me. Like nowadays I never order like a sandwich from Subway anymore, purely because I can always make that in the same amount of time and probably just much better. So I don't order lasagna, most pastas, or parma. That's, yeah, completely fair. I don't order most pastas, unless it's gnocchi, but that's because I've been spoiled with gnocchi in Adelaide. Do you know how to pronounce the German easily? No. Shit. My brain says shit, but I don't know. My controversial opinion is Italian food is overrated as fuck. Yeah, you were right. You were a little right. To be fair, though, I've had an Italian risotto, and that was fantastic. But beyond that, I would agree. Sandwich maker Grey Mouse. I'm happy to make, like, I will never buy a sandwich, purely because I can always make a good sandwich. Like, even if I were hungover or if I'd been stabbed, I think I could still make a sandwich pretty good. So I never buy sandwiches. Like a deep shh. Like, tell someone to shut up. Shh. Oh, okay. Shh. Nitzel. Okay. Yeah, I feel like if I'd been hit by a car, I could probably still make a sandwich. You know? So that's why I don't buy it. It's like, if I could... So that's my scale. Is that if I could make it after having suffered a grievous injury, then I'm not going to buy it from a store or a cafe. You know what I mean? Oh, I burped, sorry. Oh, that's all caps lock. Oh, it's 2 hours. Shit. Shit. We'll keep going for a little while. Cob loaf. Cob loaf. Fantastic. Yeah, fucking love a cob loaf. I'll keep going. Because I kind of want to... I'm not going to get this panel done tonight, clearly. But I'll be streaming tomorrow. So I may as well just get shadows done tonight. Cheese and bacon cob loaf. Ooh. Yeah. Absolutely. That's gorgeous. A cob loaf is really good because, like, one thing I love about a cob loaf is that the kind of stuff for you that you need to kind of, like, it's essentially a dipping sauce, but the stuff you dip into it is already provided. Not with all the food talk. Yeah. No, we gotta talk about food. I am eventually going to release a cookbook. We have to talk about food on this stream, surely. But like, yeah, so it's like just all the things that you need to enjoy the cob are there already. Hot chip sandwich or a chip boutte. Oh, also Devon sandwich. Devon sandwiches are good. I haven't had one in a very long time, I'll admit. Damper rolls are good. Cookbook, yeah, cookbook eventually. But since you're a part of the Discord, you basically get all the recipes for free over time. And I actually I prefer it that way. So eventually when I do actually decide to make it a full cookbook, then like if you want a hardcover version of what I've been providing you with, then hey, you can get the cookbook. But if you don't, that's not a problem because you've already got the recipes. Because they're all just rewards for helping me get to certain milestones. You actually had one today? Oh, nice. It's been really long since I've had a damper roll. I'm not gonna lie. It's probably been almost 2 decades, I would say. But yeah, we were talking, I don't know, I can't remember how we got onto the food talk. I think we were talking about ice cream. But I was talking about how I kind of want the next, I kind of hope the next recipe that we cook or I release at the milestone is a dessert recipe, like a dessert kind of, either a dessert or a dessert-y snack, if you know what I mean. Dagwood sandwich, ooh. If I ever get my setup to do a cooking streams, I'll make your recipes on stream. Ooh, well that would be fucking amazing. I have promised a cooking stream at 500, but I feel confident that we're not going to get there anytime soon, so I feel safe. So I could probably get a better place, get a better kitchen, and then worry about that. Yeah, it started with ice cream and spiders. Yeah, that makes sense. That tracks. But yeah, ooh, if you do that, I will defo be tuning in to see how they turn out. Not that I don't already know how they kind of turn out, since I did cook them before I even released them, but it'll also go to show, like, are my instructions any good? Is my method any good when people read it, you know? Because, like, I could have, like, the best recipes ever, but if I explain them terribly, or explain the method terribly, then they're of no value to anyone. Australia is also known for its great seafood, but, like, you can't make a fancy themed dish without abalone. I don't actually know what that is. And yes, I didn't eat fish for a while, but I couldn't help it after a certain point. I just wanted to have, you know, fish and chips and stuff. Because in Australia, holy crap, it is so good. And New Zealand. I'll give New Zealand that. It is a shellfish. Ah, well, I have learned today. Ooh. Very quiet little ad warning. I have learned. I did not know that. It's probably because I don't really cook a lot of seafood myself. I just order it. Again, if I were hit by a car or gravely wounded, I probably couldn't make a fish dish, a seafood dish. Abalone is a shellfish kind of scallop thing, and it's harvested a lot for its shell. Interesting. Okay. Lots of old Aussie smokers would have abalone ash. Oh, okay. Very interesting. But yeah, definitely, like, any kind of seafood. I freaking love... I know this is not seafood, but I always used to have it with fish and chips, but potato scallops. Incredible. And next time I go to Tasmania, I'll get a scallop pie, because that also sounds really good. What about Rage Burger? And it's a smash burger with spicy sauce and chilies. Ooh. Ooh. That does sound good. But also sounds like a trek to get through. Yeah, scallops, potato cakes, yeah. Like, I get why you would call them potato cakes, purely just because scallops is already is an actual fish. Sea creature that is eaten. I had a scallop pie the other day. Oh, wow. So they're in Melbourne. Pax, scallop pie. Interested? Invested? I also realized I'd never coloured in Armella's tongue, which is a problem. That's slightly too light. That's slightly too dark. That's just right. I call them scallops, not scallops. Oh, they are called scallops. You said it right. Scallop. Then there's a distinction. So then I can't get confused between scallop and scallop, because it's a scallop, not a scallop. Know what I'm saying? Hey, you a sweet little guy. Little Ratchet. Little Ratchet. The sweet little guy Ratchet. Man, all this food talk is making me hungry, even though I've had dinner. I do have chicken nuggets in the fridge, though. Could heat me up some chicken nuggies before bed. Oh, but then I'll have nugget dreams. Pesky little nugget dreams. Do I want nugget dreams? Good question. Me. Do I want to live with having those pesky little nugget dreams, or not have nuggets after stream? It's a tough question. No! The chicken! That's only convincing me more so. Seeing a chicken reminds me of how delicious they are. Makes me want nuggets. It's a tough question. I should probably just go to bed. I could always have, like, buttered toast. Scones. Ooh, scones. Scones. Abscond. They're good. Which I think, do Americans call scones? Biscuits? I always just bounce between both pronunciations of scones, because then I don't anger anyone. I have British heritage, so I gotta be very careful with what I say. Can't anger my people. Scones. One of them. I think they are biscuits over there, but they are slightly different. That wouldn't surprise me. Scones. We have scones. Nice. Oh, ad break. The ad break is always kind of startling to me. It's like, oh, ad break is starting, but then it's all like the entirety of Twitch like my Twitch screen like shifts to make space for the notification that the ad break like window is starting, and I'm just like, fucking Jesus Christ, can you do that a little bit more peacefully? Scaring the shit out of me, man. I'm jumpy enough as it is, especially about like tech failing. It bothers me so much, so could you not just like jump scare me? Just be normal. Like their biscuits and gravy is to my knowledge, a buttery dough ball like a scone, and a herby peppery gravy with sausage mince through it. But I suppose it varies for everyone. That's fair. That makes sense to me. Oh dear. There's something to fix, but I'll have to fix it tomorrow. I'm not going to reveal what it is, but it's a mistake. Lamb, whilst global, is a very Aussie meat. Oh. That I didn't know. I guess it's probably because you get very used to what is and isn't very like Australian, because you live in Australia. So you're just like, well, I've not really given it much thought, but I guess that makes sense. Okay, check my posture. Similar, but the gravy is a white gravy. Ah, yes. That tracks. I think, like, these panels specifically, it's always funny to remember that Ratchet is, unlike most of the other references or inspirations for other characters, like, there are real-world people or character designs that helped influence me creating certain characters, but then I always kind of find it funny that the protagonist is based on a cat. And panels like this always kind of serve to remind me of that. That, oh yeah, Ratchet is based on, well, his facial features and proportions are based on a cat. And of course, yeah, panels like these only go to reinforce that. And white gravy is a bechamel. Bechamel. And buttermilk biscuits is what we call that. Okay, also ground sausage, not minced, but close enough. That's fair. Here, ground beef is minced beef. Minced beef. Same thing here, yeah. It all the same here. It all goes into the bowl. Into the blender. Know what I'm saying? Please don't tell me I'm the only one who watches those videos. The into the bowl guy. Into the blender. Put some sugar on top. No? Just me? Just me? Where do you think I get my knowledge of recipes from? It's from this one guy on the internet who says, whoa, yeah, into the bowl, into the blender, put a pound of sugar on top, whoa, yeah, into the thick of it, that's busted, yeah. We're gonna be making, watermelon pops. Then he throws the shit at the camera. Amazing. I don't think I don't think I could ever make content that entertaining. I don't think I got the energy for it. Just don't think I'm energetic enough. The guy's got a liveliness to him. It's very admirable. Into the blender. Put some cinnamon on top. We're gonna be making smash burgers. Fucking throws a hunk of beef at the camera. Yeah, exactly. We're making cream cheese pops. And then just like a kilogram of cream cheese hits the camera. Camera is destroyed. The viewer killed along with it. Mix it together. Yeah. Fold it into the bowl. Yeah, I love it. Whoa. The way just like he derives so much wonder from pouring like alcohol into a bowl. Or just like syrup. Syrup into the bowl. Mind you, aren't making fun of his lisp. Yeah, of course. No, it's definitely not that. I love his energy more so than anything. The enthusiasm he has to put it together is so, like, admirable. Mind you, we aren't making fun of him. No, I'm not. I'm certainly not. Okay, before we finish, I'm just gonna quickly... Oh, that's not it. Just gonna quickly put some detail into the eyebrows. Put it together. There we go. Into the bow. But he does remind me of the add mayo. I don't know if I know of that reference. All right, but that's probably we're gonna leave it for tonight. Definitely plenty to do for tomorrow, but I think we could almost like finish this page tomorrow, which would be awesome. Have to find it. I'm sure you'll know it. Yeah, as soon as I see like the first frame, I'm sure I'll know it. It's just that remembering it, I think. Okay, I'm gonna quickly export it out and post it onto the Discord. JPEG into the bow. Yeah, it's become such a habit that I just say into the bow. Let's put it at 50 quality. 50% quality, I would say. Oh, Simon's live. Ooh, good to know. Good to know. Into the bow. I thought I pressed a different button. It's okay. I didn't. Okay. Oh, let me jump over to the Twitch screen. Ow, my elbow. Apologies, I'll DM it. It's all good. Yeah, please do though, because then I can check it out. Now, do I want nuggies? No, let's just do buttered bread. We don't need anything more than that tonight. Simon is live. We haven't rated Simon in a while, have we? That'd be good. Oh shit, Teal Fool's playing Assassin's Creed 3. We're not gonna... no. Is 16 seconds of funny sounds, yeah. Buttered bread plus nuggets. Ooh, that'd be delicious. That'd be pretty good. I wouldn't hate that. Just checking who else is live tonight. Yeah, Simon's the best choice. Not that these other people aren't, but we haven't We haven't followed. We haven't raided Simon in a while. Does anyone remember the Looney Tunes bit of keys go down the hole? I do not. That does not ring a bell, weirdly enough. But with that said, let's set the raid going. Jump to the end screen. I'm still here. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Let's get, hold on. It was a dusk. Nice one, Gray. Duck with a lisp throwing things in the toilet. Oh. Interesting. Let me just put the raid messages up. And let's actually do the raiding thing. Simon, where are you? Actually raid now this time. Simon. We're going to Simon. Start the raid. Thank you all so much for being here. I really appreciate it. We will be back again tomorrow with more of the comic, hopefully finishing page 9 of chapter 3. Until then, I will see you all next time. Grey Mouse raid message. So good, so tasty. I mean, if it works, it works. But anyway, until then, toodles. Go be the rainbow in somebody's day. Or don't. I'm not your mum.